You know that tiny knot that appears when life turns sharp for no good reason? The clerk's face goes blank, a door resists your hand, a message hangs in the air without a reply. You feel yourself harden a little, then harder still, as if the only way through is to brace. Yet here is the quiet truth that will stop you in your tracks. The law does not answer your worry, it answers your word. And the softest word rides on a soft sigh. Have you ever noticed how a room changes when a woman lowers her shoulders and lets one gentle breath escape, like steam from a kettle set to low? The temperature shifts. People look up with kinder eyes. Things that were stuck begin to move. That is not luck. That is law. In Florence's language, the word is law. God is source. The universe does not obey panic. It obeys authority spoken with love. A soft sigh is not resignation. It is a signal. It tells your body to release fight. It tells your mind to release control. It tells life, I am ready for good, under grace. Let's name the problem simply. The world trains women to push. Push your tone so you sound certain. Push your steps so you seem efficient. Push your schedule so you look in demand. But pushing makes everything push back. You feel it in a line that bristles, in a conversation that turns brittle, in a small favor that fails to land. The friction is real, and it is exhausting. You do not need more force. You need a new atmosphere. Here is the promise of this practice, as precise as a key cut to size. One soft sigh plus one short blessing can reset a moment in front of you. We are not begging fate, and we are not controlling people. We are aligning with source and speaking to law. Under grace means right thing, right way for all. When you bless the scene, cashier, hallway, inbox, elevator, your words do not steal from anyone else's portion. They clear the static so favor can find you without bruising another soul. Why does a soft sigh work so quickly? Because breath is the carrier of your decree. On an exhale, the body unhooks its armor. The voice falls into its true register, calm, feminine, sure. In that register, your words ring clean. Law hears clean words. Florence taught that supply answers a spoken pattern, not a clenched feeling. So we give law a pattern it can follow. Soft breath, kind blessing, brief command, sealed under grace. The command is not loud, it is exact. You are not a beggar. You are a beloved speaking from a place of right identity. Have you ever stood before a door that felt heavy for no reason? Hand on the handle, you can feel your jaw tighten, your mind mutter, not again. What happens if, before you press, you let a soft sigh slip past your lips and say, barely above a whisper, open for me in peace, under grace. The handle is still metal. The latch is still a latch, but the atmosphere is different. Inside you first, then around you, and most days, that is enough to change how the world receives you. Or picture the small ache of a message that lingers unseen. The longer it waits, the more your thoughts tangle. You want to explain yourself, justify, push for an answer. Instead, place a palm over your heart and let out a breath so gentle it hardly makes a sound. Kind words meet me now under grace. You are not casting a spell on another person. You are blessing the channel between hearts so that the right words, yours or theirs, can travel without static. Often the reply comes. When it doesn't, something better does. Clarity about what truly belongs to you. You might wonder, isn't this too simple? But Florence was exact about simple things. She would say, speak the thing as if it already holds. Refuse to contradict yourself. Refuse to gossip against your own decree. If you bless the checkout, do not curse the prices in the next breath. If you bless your steps, do not scold your life for being slow. The word is law. Your word is your wand. You are training the air around you to remember who you are. Let me give you one line to carry in your pocket. Soft sigh. Divine order here now under grace. Do not shout it. Do not overthink it. Let the words ride your breath like a feather rides a breeze. You will feel your own body answer first. Neck softer, mouth softer, eyes that can actually see. Then watch how the environment responds. The person ahead lets you through. The conversation warms. The clerk's tone brightens. The lift arrives. The email clears. Small, yes. Quick, often. Loving, consistently. If you have been living on edges of patience, edges of budget, edges of hope, you do not need to live there. There is a room in the middle of your life where the floor is sturdy and the windows open easily. A soft sigh is how you step inside. Under grace is how you keep the windows open. God is source is how you stop fearing that the breeze will run out. So here is our invitation and our agreement. We will not call these moments bad luck. We will call them invitations to speak. We will not call ourselves unlucky women. We will call ourselves the beloved, women whose words shape the day because they speak from a quiet throne. We will take one breath. We will bless the scene in front of us. We will add a brief command that guides the energy, and we will seal it under grace. No tugging, no straining, no chase. Just air that listens and law that answers. Try it now, softly like a secret you trust. I bless this moment. Good meets me here, under grace. Feel how the knot loosens. Feel how your face changes. Feel how the world, so often loud and hurried, pauses to make you a small path. That is the path we will walk together, breath by breath, word by word, until loving moments do not surprise you anymore. They simply recognize you and come near. If your breath is the quiet carriage, your word is the royal seal. This is the simple frame that governs everything we will do. The word is law and God is source. Law means order, not punishment. It means the world responds to a clear pattern the way a field responds to rain. Source means you do not have to manufacture goodness by strain. You receive it from a fountain that does not run dry. When you join a soft sigh to a kind decree, you give law a clean pattern, and you draw from source without fear. Women are taught to earn every crumb with effort and apology. Yet effort without order frays the heart, and apology can turn into a habit of self-doubt. I have watched many dear women push themselves into a corner, then whisper, "Nothing works for me." The truth is gentler and more exact. Worry is not a command. It is only noise. Law does not obey noise. Law obeys a word that knows where it is going. So we bring the body to peace with breath, and then we speak the path. Not because we are louder, but because we are aligned. Under grace is the ribbon on every decree. Under grace means the right thing, in the right way for all concerned. It is the end of pushing and the end of secret fear that your good harms someone else. When you bless a scene, you are not taking from another woman's table. You are clearing the static so both of you can hear what is truly yours. I have seen checkout counters become kinder, doors open more easily, and tense threads of conversation soften, not because someone was conquered, but because order was restored. God as source frees you from the small God of human approval. If you think a single person must say yes for you to live, you will chase that yes until your feet ache. When you know God is source, you stop chasing and you start naming. You speak to law the way a gardener speaks to soil. Calm, sure, affectionate. You do not beg the ground to grow. You place the seed, you bless the weather, you step back with trust. I bless this place, I bless this exchange. Good meets me here under grace. The soil hears. The seed answers. Your identity matters. A beggar begs. The beloved blesses. Many women wait to feel confident before they speak. It is the other way around. You speak from the identity you choose, and the feeling follows. Your word is your wand, and your wand is steady when your name is steady. If the old name in your head says unworthy, you will contradict yourself without knowing it. We end that tug of war by speaking the truer name first. I am the beloved. I live in divine order. When the name is set, the decree can stand. Do not confuse softness with weakness. A soft sigh is not surrender to chaos. It is surrender of control to order. Control says, I will force this. Order says, I will align this. Control tightens the jaw and narrows the room. Order opens the windows and lets people breathe. You have felt both. You know how a scene tightens when you brace. You also know how the air loosens when you lower your shoulders and say a single kind line. That is the physics of the unseen. Breath settles the body. The body steadies the voice. The voice directs the moment. Some ask, but what if the facts are bad? Facts change faster than identity. You do not deny facts. You deny them the final word. When the bill is higher than you hoped, the fact is real. Your decree tells the fact where to go. Divine supply is here and now, under grace. When a message stings, the feeling is real. Your decree tells the feeling what to do. Peace fills this channel. Kind words find me under grace. You are not plastering a smile on pain. You are choosing the sentence that gives pain a door to leave. There is a practice I have given to many women who felt tired of striving. Before any small task that used to prick them, opening a door that sticks, stepping into a room that always felt cold, facing a face that often looks bored, they would let a breath fall out like a soft ribbon and speak a short blessing, no longer than one exhale. Open in peace, under grace. Clear and kind under grace. Divine order here now. They did not make speeches. They did not argue with life. They made a lane. Life entered the lane. You will be tempted to repeat the problem. The tongue loves to rehearse the worst scene in high detail. But rehearsal strengthens results you do not want. If you catch yourself telling the story again, how unfair, how slow, how rude, place your hand on your chest, breathe once, and seal your narrative with a higher line. I release this burden to the Christ within. I walk in order now. The burden goes where it belongs, and you step out of the courtroom in your own mind. That is what cast the burden means in practice. Put the weight down so law can carry the case. Let me be plain about contradictions, because this is where many lose power. A decree must not be followed by gossip against it. If you bless your day at the door and then curse your day in the elevator, the two voices cancel each other. If you bless your money at the counter and then mutter about lack at the exit, the field receives mixed instructions. This is not superstition, it is maintenance. Keep your lane clear. If you slip, and you will, do not scold yourself. Breathe, bless again, and go on. Gentle persistence is stronger than a single dramatic effort. You may wonder how quickly you will see results. Quick is part of our title, and often it is how grace behaves. But do not grip the clock with white knuckles. Your job is pattern, not speed. Trust makes everything move more kindly. A single soft sigh can change the atmosphere now. A day of kind decrees can change your posture this week. A month of held identity can change the way doors know your hand. The timeline is a garden's timeline, steady, honest, generous. If there is one foundation to carry from this moment forward, let it be this. Your words are small, boats that cross from the invisible into the visible. Send them out clean. Let them ride on breath that is calm. Name yourself as the beloved before you speak. Bless what is in front of you without fear of stealing from anyone. Add under grace so goodness arrives in perfect ways. Then allow law to do what law does. Take the pattern, grow the fruit, and return it to your hands. Now rest your shoulders, soften your mouth, and let one line move with your breath. Divine order here now under grace. If the room changes first inside you, that is not a delay. That is the foundation becoming firm. From there, the world remembers its manners. From there, favor knows your voice. From there, love finds its quick and gentle ways back to you. Now we shape the practice into the palm of your hand. One breath, one line, one gentle seal. The structure is simple because power loves simplicity. You let a soft sigh leave the body. You name the scene in front of you. You bless it. You add a brief command that points the energy, and you close with under grace. Breath carries the decree. Naming gives it an address. Blessing opens the door. The command sets direction. Under grace keeps every step kind for all concerned. This is not theatrics. It is order spoken softly. Begin with the breath because the body decides the tone of your voice before a word is said. A soft sigh is the sign to your nervous system that the battle is over. The scene is safe. The jaw loosens, the shoulders lower, the heart remembers its rhythm. From that posture, you do not plead, you preside. Florence would call this the difference between worry, which is noise, and a word, which is law. So let your breath be the quiet carriage that brings the royal seal. Then name what is actually here. Vague talk makes the air confused. Clear naming gives law a clean path. If you are about to speak with someone, call it a conversation. If you are standing at a counter, call it an exchange. If you are at a doorway, call it a door. If you are looking at a thread of text that feels heavy, call it a channel. Speak to what is present the way a mother speaks to a child. Calm, direct, affectionate. Blessing is next, and it is the heart of the method. To bless is to say, good belongs here. Blessing does not flatter, it consecrates. When you bless a person, you are not bending them. You are clearing static so their best self can step forward. When you bless a place, you are not repainting the walls. You are asking order to show its face. When you bless a task, you are not pretending it is easy. You are giving it a lane and asking it to travel well. After the blessing, add a short command. Short means one exhale long, no speeches, no performance. The command is loving and exact, open, clear, kind, swift, peaceful, fair. Choose one. The point is not volume. The point is direction. Law answers direction the way a compass needle answers north. Then seal the whole line with under grace, which means right thing, right way, perfect timing for everyone involved. Under grace is how we prosper without taking what is not ours to take. Let this pattern move through 4 everyday touch points until it becomes second nature. Before a message or a call, let a soft sigh travel over your lips and say, I bless this conversation. Clear words, true timing, under grace. You will notice your voice drop into its real register, calm, feminine, sure. You will notice you hear the other person better. You are not hexing hearts. You are opening the channel where understanding flows. At a counter or reader where money changes hands, do not clench. Money resists the fist and responds to the blessing. Breathe gently and say, I bless this exchange. Fair, value, kind service, under grace. You are not begging the numbers to shrink or swell. You are asking order to appear in price, in tone, in timing. Very often the face across from you softens. Very often you remember a discount you already carry. Very often the small snags smooth themselves because the air around the scene is no longer bristling. At a door, a gate, or an elevator, let the body learn a new reflex. Hand to handle, breath to lips, you whisper, open for me in peace under grace. It is a sentence a child could say and a queen could use. If the door sticks, you do not wrestle it the way you used to. You steady your hand and press. There is a different quality to the movement, less force, more rightness. Even when nothing dramatic happens, you will feel your interior door unstick, and that is the door most rooms answer first. When reading a thread that hums with tension, an email, a comment, a chat, do not rehearse the offense or draft 5 replies in your head. Place a palm over your heart, breathe and say, I bless this channel. Kind words find me now under grace. Sometimes the answer arrives. Sometimes silence confirms your freedom. Either way, you have chosen order over spiral. You have refused to gossip against your own decree. You may ask, what if I forget midway and fall back into complaint? Then begin again. The word is law, not the tantrum you threw 5 minutes ago. Cast the burden the way Florence taught, quietly and cleanly. I cast this burden on the Christ within. Divine order is established now. The weight goes where it can be carried, and your lane clears for the next right sentence. Gentle repetition is stronger than heroic effort done once. Let your words be small boats, well built, all weather. Do not overload them with adjectives. Do not drag them against facts. Place them on your breath and send them out. Where the scene is simple, the line is simple. Divine order here now under grace. Where you need more detail, give one direction only. Open in peace under grace. Clear price, kind tone under grace. Swift and fair under grace. The shortest lines are the easiest to keep. The kept line is the one that works. Guard against contradiction, because mixed instructions make a tangled harvest. If you bless the exchange at the counter, do not curse money as you step away. If you bless your steps at the door, do not call your day impossible in the hallway. If a slip escapes, correct it with kindness, not scolding. A soft sigh resets the body. A fresh decree resets the field. The garden does not sulk when you pull a weed. It simply grows where it is tended. Identity holds the method together. A beggar cannot keep a blessing steady. A beloved can. Speak your name first when you need ballast. I am the beloved. I walk in divine order. Then let the formula flow. Breath, name, bless, command, grace. 5 beads on 1 thread. You will learn to run the thread through 100 small scenes each day without fanfare. You will learn to feel when a moment has turned, the way you feel a breeze shift on your skin. There is one more refinement for women who have lived long in rooms that rewarded hardness. When your mouth wants to sharpen, choose to soften the vowel sounds on purpose. It is a quiet technique, but it changes everything. Open, peace, kind, grace. The very shapes of these words ask the jaw to relax. The body hears the vowel and believes you. The person across from you hears the music and follows your lead without knowing why. If you hold only one sentence from this teaching, let it be a pocket line you can draw like a ribbon through any knot. Soft sigh. Divine order here now under grace. Do not rush it. Let the breath carry the words. Let the words carry the scene. Let the scene carry you forward without taking what is not yours. This is how the invisible becomes visible. A small decree, a faithful seal, a life that answers to peace. And as you practice, loving moments will not arrive as strangers. They will arrive as relatives who know your name and find you quickly. Let the practice sit in your hands like warm porcelain. We will move through 5 ordinary scenes and give each one a soft breath and a short line. No strain, no show. Your body settles first, your voice follows, and then the moment remembers its order. Breathe in for 4, quietly hold for 2, and let the words ride the exhale like a silk ribbon. If a thought interrupts you, smile at it and begin again. Under grace means the right thing, the right way, for everyone. Start where money touches your fingers, a card, a coin, a screen. The heart wants to tense because numbers look like fate, but numbers are only facts. They are not the final word. Lower your shoulders. Let one sigh slip out. Soft, not heavy. On that easy breath, speak slowly so your body can believe you. I bless this exchange. Fair value, kind service, under grace. Feel how your mouth softens around fair, how kind widens the room. You are not pushing the price, and you are not pushing the person. You are blessing the lane where value travels cleanly between two human beings. Rest one more breath. If worry reaches for your sleeve, answer gently. Divine supply is here and now under grace. Do not chase results. Let order do its work. Now let the scene become a door, a gate, a handle, a lift that always seems to hesitate. The old habit is to brace and twist. Today we change the habit. Hand meets metal, jaw loosens, breath falls out like a hush. On the exhale, say, "Open for me in peace under grace." Do not plead, do not perform. Peace is the shape of the key. Under grace is the turn of the wrist. If the door still offers a little resistance, do not grow hard. Place a second breath on it as a mother places a calm palm on a child's shoulder. Divine order here now. Feel how your body opens even before the room does. Most doors answer that kind of woman. Let the door dissolve into words traveling between hearts, a message to send, a thread to read, a call that could wander into misunderstanding. Your tongue wants to hurry. Your mind wants to rehearse. We choose another rhythm, one soft sigh like air passing through linen. Then, I bless this conversation. Clear words, true timing under grace. Wait a moment. Listen on purpose. The other voice grows easier to hear when yours stops trying to win. If replies are slow or tangled, bless the channel again. Kind words meet me now under grace. You are not controlling a person. You are cleaning the wire so meaning can cross without noise. Sometimes the answer arrives. Sometimes the silence sets you free. Either way, you are kept. The world will ask you to wait. Lines grow long. Systems lag. A small delay can wake a large irritation. Instead of feeding the fire, change the air. Feel your feet. Let your shoulders drop by a finger's width. Breathe in for 4, cradle for 2, and release on the words. Calm line, swift favor, under grace. Eyes soften, breath steadies. Minutes move differently inside. A peaceful chest. If someone cuts ahead or a voice around you sparks, keep your lane clear. You do not have to narrate the offense. Send one more small boat onto the water. I am guided and on time, under grace. What belongs to you cannot be stolen. What does not belong to you passes by without bruising you. When it is time to let the day loosen its hold and your thoughts look for a quiet shore, give your inner room a blessing. No clock is needed, only your consent. Set a hand over your heart as if you are tucking a note into a pocket. Soft sigh. Then, I am the beloved. I rest in divine order. Good meets me early under grace. Let the word beloved sit where worry used to live. Feel how the chest answers to order the way water answers to the moon. If a strand of fear reaches up for attention, do not argue with it. Place the burden where it is carried. I cast this burden on the Christ within. I go free. The line is simple. Its fruit is peace. Do you notice the pattern? Breath steadies the body steadies the voice steadies the scene. We do not argue with life, we address it. We do not shout, we are exact. Blessing places good where it belongs. A brief command points the moment like a compass. Under grace seals the edges so no one is harmed. This is not a trick. It is the way order moves when a woman speaks from her true name. Let us walk the 5 scenes again, more fluidly so they begin to live in your reflex. Money in hand, I bless this exchange. Fair value, kind service under grace. Door before you, open for me in peace under grace. Words between hearts, I bless this conversation. Clear words, true timing under grace. Waiting asked of you, calm line, swift favor under grace. Quiet for your inner room. I am the beloved. I rest in divine order. Good meets me early under grace. Each sentence fits inside one exhale. Each exhale trains the world to recognize your voice. If an old reflex snaps and a sharp phrase escapes, do not crown it as king. A slip is a weed, not a prophecy. Take one gentle breath and correct the field without scolding yourself. Divine order here now under grace. The garden does not argue when you pull the weed. It simply grows where you tend it. This is how authority sounds when it is loving. This is how softness proves its strength. Hold one final pocket line for any knot you meet. Soft sigh. Good meets me here, under grace. You do not need a stage for this, and you do not need permission. You need only the breath you already carry and the name you already own. The word is law. God is source. Your word is your wand. Speak as one who is loved, and watch how quickly the day learns your language. Everything we've practiced becomes steady when it is sealed at the level of who you are. Methods can be copied, identity cannot. When you speak as the beloved, your breath carries a different weight. Your tone gathers a different consent from the room, and the world answers as if it recognizes a familiar hand on the latch. That is our seal. Not strain, not pose. A name spoken inwardly until it fits like a well-made dress. I am the beloved. I live in divine order. An oath is not drama, it is alignment. Many women try to feel confident before they speak and then scold themselves when feeling refuses to obey. We reverse the order. We let words build the floor. Feelings are invited to come and sit. Say it as if you were telling your oldest friend the truth she forgot for a moment. My words are soft and sure. I am the beloved. I live in divine order. What belongs to me comes in perfect ways, under grace. Do not rush. Let each clause take its seat. Beloved sets identity. Divine order sets context. Under grace sets conduct. Soft and sure sets tone. Together they make a room inside you where peace does not bargain. The rhythm that keeps this room bright is wonderfully small. A palace is maintained by tiny daily acts. A hinge oiled, a vase refilled, a path swept. Your practice works the same way. Tie the soft sigh to the movements you already make. Each time your hand meets a handle, let a breath fall and say, "Open for me in peace." Under grace. Each time your eyes meet a screen before sending or reading, breathe and bless. Clear words, true timing, under grace. Each time fingers brush payment. Card, coin, keypad, bless the lane of value. Fair value, kind service, under grace. Each time waiting curls around your feet, answer it gently. Calm line, swift favor, under grace. These are not chores. They are small lamps you light so your house stays warm. There will be days when an old reflex snaps and you hear your mouth rehearsing complaint. Do not crown the slip. Close it. A soft sigh resets the body. A clean line resets the field. Divine order here now, under grace. If the mind tries to carry loads that were never yours, send them to the right place with Florence's simple instruction. I cast this burden on the Christ within. I go free. The case leaves your hands and enters a better court. You are not abandoning responsibility. You are refusing to drag a cart that law is willing to pull. Guard against the quiet habit of contradiction. Blessing at the threshold and cursing in the hallway tears your net. If you catch it, Mend it at once. A single steady sentence repairs more quickly than a lecture shouted at your own heart. Speak as a mother speaks to a child who forgot herself for a second. Kind, exact, already believing the best. The tongue is a small rudder. Move it 1 degree and the whole ship changes course. Let your language keep a feminine music. Words like open, peace, kind, grace, gentle, favor, order. These are not decorations. They are instruments that teach your jaw to relax and your voice to stand in its true register. The room follows that register. You've seen this. The same sentence spoken from hardness creates resistance. Spoken from warmth, it creates permission. Warmth is not weakness. It is the temperature at which truth can be received. You may feel tempted to measure results by spectacle, yet the fruit of this way is often modest and near. A tone softens, a door answers, a seat appears, a reply lands with kindness, an amount lines up without scraping you. Do not despise small signs. They are scouts for larger order. Keep blessing the lane. Keep sealing with grace. What is yours will not need wrestling. It will know your voice and come without bruising anyone else. If you like, let us write a brief covenant you can keep close, a pocket page for your day. My breath is gentle, my word is clean. I bless what is before me and speak one loving direction. I seal every line under grace. I am the beloved. I live in divine order. My good arrives in perfect ways, and I refuse to contradict my own decree. Read it once with attention, then go back to small acts. Reach for the handle as the woman you just named. Send the message as the woman you just named. Stand in the line as the woman you just named. The title Beloved is not a trophy on a shelf. It is a way of standing in your shoes. You will notice that people begin to respond to your steadiness as if they had been waiting for it. A face that used to bristle will glance up and find an easier tone. A clerk who lived at the edge of impatience will meet you in the middle. Threads that usually tangle will find clearer words. When a moment does not move as you hoped, you will not fly to pieces. You will bless once more, you will cast the burden, and you will walk on with dignity intact. That is prosperity of the soul, the wealth that makes every other form of supply easier to steward. There is a quiet joy in recognizing that you no longer need to push the river. Pushing makes waves slap the bank. Permission lets the current do the carrying. Under grace is your permission slip. It assures your heart that good reaches you by right channels, at right times, for the right reasons. And because grace cares for everyone involved, you do not have to fear that your blessing steals from another woman's table. There is more than enough. Source is not a single spigot guarded by a single gatekeeper. It is a spring that refills itself. If these words have steadied you, if the breath felt possible in your own chest and the lines fit inside your own voice, leave a little trace of your presence here. A kind note helps other women find this room. Passing the message to a sister builds a larger quiet in the world. And if you wish to keep learning this gentle authority with us, add your name to this circle so the next teaching finds you without effort. We grow best when we grow together under grace. Before we close, let us set the seal one more time, slowly so the body remembers. Soft sigh. I am the beloved. I live in divine order. I bless this path. Good meets me here, under grace. Let the words sit. Let the shoulders drop. Let the room answer. Then go on with your life. Not pushing, not proving. Simply speaking as one who knows she is loved and watching how quickly love recognizes its own and comes willingly near.